Still about 10 weeks out, a little less than 10 weeks out before my first show, if everything goes well. It'll be on my birthday, July 16 of the year 2017 of our Lord. um, I wanted to talk a little bit about just the way people are when it comes to their health. And it just kind of amazes me. Every day when I'm at work, I hear people talking about all these football players and the basketball players, and they know their ins, their outs, their health problems, their injuries, and then all of a sudden they'll say, so and so got hurt. He got an Achilles this or something bad that, and then within a short amount of time, 6 months or so, they're up and running like nothing happened, and no one questions this. No one sits here and goes, "Wow, if I got hurt like that, we'd be done." Well, of course, they have access to doctors and medicines that you don't, and of course, there's money on their side where you cost money. Even though you're paying for insurance, they don't want you to be able to dip into that. They're not there for your health. They call it health care, but it's not health care. They put you off. They don't give a fuck about you. That's just the plain and simple fact. The body is an amazing thing and will heal itself in time, and that's the premise they go on. So when someone like myself goes in, and of course most of the time I'm on a military base, they just want you to not work out. And a couple years ago, probably a little more than 2 years ago, I had a real bad shoulder problem. Anything 40 pounds in this direction, I couldn't lift it. Just immense pain. And so I went into the doctor and told him that I think, I'd like to get a cortisone shot because I think it's not healing properly. And, the doctor looked at me and he says, well, we have to do x-rays and all the other stuff. But he goes, can you lay off? Can you stop working out? Right? He looked at me, I looked at him. He saw my eyes. That just wasn't going to happen. He started laughing. I started laughing. And he goes, basically, I had to ask. It's part of my job to ask you to lay off. And I go, that's just not going to happen. You might as well just ask somebody who does their sports, someone who's into it, just to stop breathing, because that's really the same thing that you're asking. This is something we enjoy. This is something we want to do every day, and we want to better ourselves all the time. So to sit there and say, can you just stop this? Just stop. It's like me asking you to stop eating pizza or whatever your favorite thing is. It's just not going to happen. Not going to happen. Even when I had a little operation on my back to have I had a cyst removed. The doctor says, can you give us a week so that can heal? And I looked at him. I go, you might want to put some extra stitches in because in 2 hours I'm in the gym. This is the way it's going to be. Sorry. So I just laugh that folks accept that when they go into the doctor. Well, the doctor told me to stop working out. So I'm just, and I won't see you for months. Then you come back, and then on top of you, not coming to the gym, it's not like you changed your eating. If you're eating a certain way to work out to get bigger, stronger, faster, you can't eat that way if you're at the house flipping stations. You got to sit there and stop that crap. You got to change the way you eat. So then they come back fatter, and I'm like, what happened? Oh, I hurt myself, and the doctor told me to stop working out, and they accept that, and they eat crap still, and then they come in and they look horrible, and then it's so much harder to get back on that horse. Instead of you continuing to go to the gym, working out to whatever full potential that is, just like I did with my shoulder, I just lowered the weights. Did slower motions, slower working out, going through it, making sure everything's good. And it took a few months before my body got better. And that's just the way it was. It took time. And there were days where I was wondering if this would ever, if I was ever going to be able to lift again with anything over my head. Because of course the doctor's going to tell you, well, if we give you the cortisone shot, that doesn't mean it's going to work. Okay, let's get on with the shot. It still took 8 months before the military would give me that shot. 8 months. I had to go in, make an appointment. The next appointment after we talked, the one where the doctor laughed, was to come back and do an x-ray. Then we came back and talked about the x-ray. They said they didn't find anything. Let's do an MRI. The MRIs out here, you have to go off base. I'm in Japan. Then that gets sent back to the States. Then people look at it because they don't have people here that can look at it and analyze it. Then they come back here and tell us, okay, they didn't see anything. Then there's only one dude on base that does shots. And of course, he's not ever available. So it took forever. And what I ended up doing is I went off base, went to a Japanese hospital. I walked in, no insurance. And they go, what would you like? You know, I brought my wife, she's Japanese. And they go, I'd like to have a cortisone shot. And they go, okay. Went down the hall, got an x-ray. The hall was pretty long. By the time I got down to the other side of the hallway, and I mean, I'm not lying, my butt hit the chair. They called my name. I went in. The guy goes, there's nothing wrong with your bones. What would you like? I like a cortisone shot. Okay. 40 minutes. It was like $140. And I was done. And I was out. That's the way healthcare should work. What do you want? How can we help you, sir? Just like I would if I drove my car in. You know, I know it's their job to sit there and go, well, there are things that can happen if you do this. There are side effects. And they always want to tell you that. And they tell me all the time, well, you can only do 5 cortisone shots in the same muscle area because then it can blah, 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 blah. We haven't even got to one yet. Haven't even gotten to one. But yet they want to tell me all these things that are possibilities. And I just laugh. Because if I walked in and said, hey, I'm having problems having sex with my wife, and I don't stay hard. They'll hand out boner pills all day long. But do you know what happens? The worst case scenario, if those things go south, they're sticking an 18 gauge needle in your penis to relieve the blood, so you don't injure yourself even further to where you'll never get an erection again. But people are like, boner pills, oh, had me at boner, oh, right? And I just laugh. So there's certain medications, because they make money off of it, that they push out all day. But anything that truly heals you, moves you on forward, they don't want to give you. So, but this whole venting of mine is just every day I meet somebody in the gym and they don't go and check them. They don't go to the doctor. They don't go and get themselves checked out. And I know you're going to reach the same things I do, the same people I do, and the same walls, but you got to go. You got to sit there and tell the doctor, here's my problem, and get things on paper. Get all your complaints on paper so they can see what's going on, that this is not a joke to you, and eventually you'll get the medication you need. It just will take time. But it's for you. This is for you. Your body, this is it. You know, as of right now, this is it. You can't go and buy a new one. You know, you can't get parts for it. You can't, change it out. And I just laugh because there's people my age, my friends, that I see on Facebook, different things. They get hurt for just doing stupid things, picking up something, went here and did this and stretched too much there and did that, and they're hurt and they're laid up. And I'm like, wow. I have to, so they say things that they have, the problems they have, I have to Google it because I have no clue what you're talking about. They like sciatica. What the hell's a sciatica? What the oh, okay. So you hurt your tendon back there in the back of your leg area, and how'd you do that? I'm squatting 500 pounds, or I'm sitting there leg pressing thousands of pounds, and I'm doing leg curls. I feel fine. I feel good. I feel great. The only thing that bothers me is my back now. That was from the Army. That's from all them sit-ups, those years of sit-ups. I won't be able to do anything about that. But to sit there and stop working out means that those things will just get tighter, tense, weaker until they bust. And then what? I'm not going to be that dude in the wheelchair if I can help it. I'm going to be out there and I'm 60, 70 years old. And I'll be hiking those hills. I'll be sitting there doing all those sports. Whatever I can do. It doesn't make sense to me not to. So, but I don't know. I just had to get that off my chest. If you're hurt, go to the doctor. Get yourself checked up. You should be taking supplements. I'm not talking steroids. I'm talking if you should go to your doctor, and if you have like issues going on, they have things for joints. Talk to your doctor about supplements. And people just don't believe me when I sit there and go, supplements help. They help you not to further injure things. Glucosamine, MSM. You want to heal, faster. You got to have protein in your body. How do the fats affect you? They don't know how to eat. They don't know how to drink. They there's just the simple things, And then you got to get that checkup to make sure everything's working. How's your thyroid working? For a guy, do you have enough testosterone in your body? There's people I've met that are half my age that have problems, and they were put out of the military because their thyroid's broken. And there's just no medication on the places that they're going to go to get them through this. So the military just says we can't keep you, or their testosterone is so low that we can't keep you. Which I think is funny, because now they're letting people in and doing sex changes, and they find all the testosterone or the estrogen, whichever way you're going, to get you to that status of whatever you're trying to get for. But if I want to go in and say, hey, can I get some? I want to be just a little bit stronger. They're like, ooh, I don't know, steroids. It's bad. But if I'm a chick that wants to be a dude, they're like, all day long. So our medical is fucked, and hopefully one day it'll get fixed. And I laugh at anybody who thinks they will. I look at the politics right now of what's going on, of healthcare, and there's just too much money on the table, way too much money on the table. Just simple stuff. If you want to go cure your own cancer, you want to do that hemp oil, where you just get a little bit of hemp oil, put in your thing, and they say that it works. You can't buy it, So you just got to do the radiation, and radiation, we all know that's a double-edged sword. So there's things out there that work, but they put out, if it's not approved by the FDA, you can't get it. If I'm dying, why not? I should be able to take anything. I should be able to do anything I fucking want. But no, it's not approved. Sorry, just die. Because we can't put a patent on it. Sorry, I just went on a tangent again. Go to the doctor, get your checkup, make sure you're good, get your ass to the gym, work out, learn how your body works, exercise, stretch, get your breathing, your sleeping, your eating, all that together, all that easy stuff that you should know about yourself. Get that on track, that basic stuff, so that you can move on forward and live those years after you're retired to the fullest, and you're not stuck in a wheelchair. That's what this whole game is. At least to me. I want to be there, able to live my life at its fullest. And my dream of being on the Arnold Classic stage for the amateurs when I'm 50 right now is on track. I'm at 200 pounds right now. I still have body fat on me, but I'm on track. So, and I'm extremely happy, and I'm ready to want to see what this will look like this year. I'm excited to see what this dude will look like on stage, and compared to last year. What did I change? Did I grow? Did I put on muscle? Because you don't know. I was on stage at 190 last year. I'm 200 now. So, what am I going to be the same weight? Did my muscle go up and my fat go lower? You know, did I, gain more muscle at the top end, which then pulled things into the bottom? I mean, there's just so many questions until you get pictures and you can sit there and compare. To me, it's just exciting to see. But, and I want to give this excitement to you. I want to motivate you. I want you to go, man. Here's this dude. He can do it. You don't need to take it to my level. You just need to up your game a little bit. So, because it's for you. It's for you. To sit there and get injured for basic stuff in your house. You were cleaning and you hurt yourself, and you had to go see a doctor because of a pulled something, because you just picked up something is pretty sad. Just, you should know your own body. I know for a fact if someone said, "Hey, you want to go climb Mount Fuji?" I could do that right now. I could do that. If someone sit there and go, "Hey, if you want to do this," I know I could do that. But a lot of folks, they would sit there and go, "Ooh, I can't." Wow. But, all right, I'm gonna let you go. Just hopefully I motivate you a little bit. Hopefully you'll enjoy these videos a little bit. Hopefully you'll laugh a little bit. And like I said, I want to see you all at the gym.